Gold, the most precious and coveted metal on Earth. Since it was first discovered on the surface of rivers and mined underground by the Egyptians and Romans, gold was always a symbol of wealth and power. Partly because of its glaring beauty, but mainly because of its rarity. Since humans discovered gold 5,000 years ago, all the gold that was mined throughout human history can be fitted in only 3 Olympic swimming pools. For centuries, people used gold as their most valuable currency. Gold was always the standard on which everything's value was gauged. Nowadays, however, we use gold for its conductivity as an essential component of today's electronic devices, or for its beauty as a simple wedding ring, but not as real money. Why? Did gold lose any of what's made it valuable in the first place? Did it lose its rarity, the demand for it, or did gold lose the power of storing wealth? The answer is no. Gold didn't lose none of the features which made it the most valuable currency in the past. In fact, gold is only proving over the years that indeed it is the only real money on Earth. The only thing that changed is our perspective. We've been told that gold is only for jewelry to wear, but in reality, gold is still as powerful as always, which is why most governments make sure to keep a large reserve of gold bullion in their possessions. And here is why you should do the same. Limited supply. One of the top reasons why gold is so valuable is because of its rarity. There's only a set amount of gold on the planet. It is not increasing, and what's more interesting is that it's not decreasing as well. Almost every ounce of gold that was ever mined in history is actually in circulation today, whether it's a piece of jewelry or used as a component in our computers. However, what makes gold even more valuable is the cost of extracting it. Millions of dollars might be spent on what can be a failed attempt to extract the precious metal, which means supply will always be limited. A limited supply with steady or even increasing demand means that gold's value is in no danger. Steady value. When you hear that gold has a steady value, this means that we can literally trace its value for thousands of years. For example, the amount of gold which was traded for, let's say, a car in the 1930s is almost the same today, and this cannot be true for any other currency on Earth. Hedge against inflation. We all know inflation is a normal part of the economic cycle, meaning any cash we save will inevitably lose some of its value, even in normal circumstances. However, in cases where inflation rises too high for whatever reasons that are out of our control, cash can become literally worthless compared to all commodities. Unlike gold, that will rise with everything else and stabilizes when things come back to normal. Gold's performance during a recession. Unfortunately, anyone who pays attention to the economic policies adopted by most governments around the world will see that we are most likely heading toward a recession. However, fortunately, we don't have to speculate when it comes to how gold performs during a recession. For instance, in the last 3 recessions, and while most assets decreased in value, gold actually doubled in price. Why you should invest in gold? Throughout history, gold was always the most precious and valuable commodity, even when it wasn't used as a currency. So when it comes to storing wealth and guarding the value of your earnings, there is literally nothing that could compete with gold. It's just a fact. So it only makes sense to have some of your money in gold. We recommend somewhere around 5 to 25% of your savings in gold, depending on how convinced you are by the gold story. Good luck.